Hello, guys. I trust you're all doing well today. All right, so today we're going to be doing a quick analysis on GBP USD. As you all know, our favorite pair, GBP USD, all day. Yeah, we're gonna be doing an analysis today. So, yesterday we did an analysis before, and for those of you who've not watched that video, please go watch that video from July 2nd. The title of the video is July 2nd, London. We did an analysis during the London section yesterday. This is July 3rd, and this is the New York session. So, the analysis we're going to be doing is going to be as continuation from yesterday. So, yesterday, and before we dive right into that, don't forget, we use the top-down approach for our analysis. We go to the monthly time frame, we check the direction of the market. We go to the weekly time frame, we make sure that the direction aligns with the monthly, and then we go to the daily time frame. We also make sure that the daily time frame corresponds, and then we come to the 4 hours time frame. So basically, we use the monthly time frame, the weekly time frame, the daily time frame, and even up to the 4 hours time frame for our direction, making sure they are all headed towards the same direction. All right. So yesterday, following that approach, yesterday we drew a trend line here. This is the daily time frame. So I'm gonna scale down to the 4 hours time frame because that is where I basically do my bias. That is where we basically do our bias. All right. So yes, we had this counter trend line, and we agreed on our analysis yesterday. We said if this bullish candle closed above this counter trend line, we're going to start to anticipate a buy. So from what we can see right here, we've seen that the 4 hours candle has closed above this. So, but most of the times it could just be a little shenanigan happening here. It's still gonna form a head and shoulder, double top, or whatever pattern it wants to form and calm down. So this point is a point of interest where we have to be very careful to know what pattern is forming here to be able to ascertain the direction of the market before jumping in. This is a critical point, all right? Because if you look right here, we also have a solid resistance which has now turned into a support right here. We have a resistance zone that has turned into a support right here. So price can as well just come break this place from a certain sell pattern, and boom, it starts to go down. So this is a critical spot, and we have to be very careful. But so far, so good. Based on my analysis, I am anticipating a buy now. I'm no longer anticipating a sell because of the patterns that are forming here. So if you see what happened, first and foremost, if you go to the daily time frame, you see that the daily candle, I don't want to be too tacky, but the daily candle is closed somewhat. Well, no, the daily candle did not close basically above it. We can see that there was a rejection here. So, yeah, so I'll beg to still stay with the daily candle because this is a very critical point. But if we go to the 4 hours time frame, you will find that okay, there was a close, went off it, then there's a candle coming below it and all that. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame and see what's happening there. Okay. So we can see it's forming something like a double top. You see, this is quite tricky. This is where most people jump in and just lose a lot of money. We have to really be very careful here because if we are to take a buy, we must wait for price to come take off this ceiling first. And then if we're going to take a sell again, we have to wait for price to take off the ceiling and give us more sell confirmation. We might even go as far as drawing a counter trend line here. Trading is like investigative journalism. You have to use all the parameters you have at your disposal. So if we are to keep buying, if we are to buy, we have to see a very strong continuation pattern here that takes off this ceiling here. All right, so I'm gonna denote it. Okay, yellow, yeah, that takes off this yellow ceiling. And then if we're going to sell, we must see some kind of sell confirmation, some bearish trends around here. So this is where patience comes in. You're not in a hurry to catch every move. Patience. Because most definitely if price starts to sell and gives us the right pattern around here, we're gonna sell to most likely this point. This point. You know, let me just, this is not a line, this is a zone, brother. Yeah, let's just say this point. So we have all of this area to see what's gonna happen without being in a hurry. All of this might even be till next week, right? So as a day trader, it doesn't mean that every day you're going to find trades. No, most of the times you are waiting. So, excuse me, this is my analysis for GBP USD in a nutshell. So we're just gonna keep watching here in the 1 hour time frame and see what happens. We can also scale down to the 4 hour, but however, we want to see all the shenanigans that are gonna happen here, or if we're gonna see a proper continuation pattern, maybe price could get up to this point here and form something like a double bottom, you know, from probably something like a bottom double bottom. Let's see. And then bounce off, close above here, then we can get in. And then we should be looking to take profit from around here, you know, the next uh area. Yeah. So let's see what happens if we were to buy. We'll buy somewhere around here. But if we do that, let's see if we might be able to get something reasonable. Our risk reward. Let's take this off first. Okay, let's see. Okay, but we really don't want to force trades, right? For me, I wouldn't want to force trades like this. Let's just give the markets chance to breathe, see what happens around these areas. And then from there, depends on the market structure, we can make informed decision. So let's take off all of this to avoid confusion and just stay with our support and resistance, which is the ultimate. Yeah. So let's just stick with these support and resistance. We'll take this off to avoid confusion. Take this off. So this is our main area of concern. Let's see how price is going to react here. Is it going to come back here to form a certain pattern that suggests bullish, or is it going to break below this place and give us a pattern that suggests bearish? So that's it. So for now, we're just gonna sit on our hands and see what the market does. Patience is the name of the game. So until my next video, yeah, I'm gonna come back here again and show you guys what's happening in the market, what's popping, if we should be getting ready to buy or if we should be getting ready to sell. But for now, there is no clear direction in the markets. It's okay to always accept that so you don't frustrate. When you don't see something that is convincing, you stay on your hands until you find that pattern, structure, and everything that aligns with your strategy, and then you strike without hesitation. So, for the rest of today, I think we might not be taking any trade until next week because this will definitely take time to form, right? So whatever happens, I'll keep you guys updated. That's why you need to join my Telegram channel. In my Telegram channel, I drop all the updates, all the information about what we're doing. Are we anticipating a trade? What's happening at the moment? Discussions, psychology, and everything happens there. So if you're not yet subscribed to my Telegram channel, click the link in my bio and join us. It's a big family, it's a family of accountability. All right. So until my next video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you all. Bye.